Hello, it is Kit Day. We will be opening the Aloha design kit today and making something with it. All of our kits come with beads and findings and wire and crimps and everything you need to make jewelry. And we're going to take a look at that. First, I have some other things to show you. As you can see on my screen, I've got a ton going on. We have been busy, busy, busy. But first, before we do that, I just wanted to remind you guys that we are on multiple different platforms for social media. You can find us in our VIB Facebook group. That's maybe my favorite place for you to find us because we've got the best group going there. You can find us on Instagram, regularly doing Instagram Reels and Instagram photos. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on YouTube. We have a strong following on YouTube and are streaming live to YouTube right now, as well as Facebook. You can find us on Pinterest. Did you know we have a Pinterest account and it is plumb full of everything that we make? It's a great place to bookmark all of the things that you see us make and you want to keep track of. And then, of course, you can find us on Twitter too, and all of our emails feed there. So if you're ever looking for what's on sale or what's new, Twitter is a great place to check us out. Yeah, so we are all over the map, which is great. And right now, there are midsummer market takeovers going on. So we were last Wednesday. Today is Kate Richburg from beadshop.com. Earlier this week was the Bead Place, Stars, Beads, and Clasps. And then tomorrow is Jill McKay. So be sure to check that out as well. And then this is a little bit off because it actually will only be me for Midsummer Market this time. Kristen will be on vacation, but I will be there with our Twilight kit, which I'm super excited about. Let's talk a little bit about that and then we'll get going. But Midsummer Market happens in the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group. So make sure you go join that group. It's not just us, it's 13 other companies that will be having presentations all weekend long. And if you want to join me and make along, you can get our Twilight kit now. It is plumb full of materials. Really, really fantastic kit. It also has a matching bead mix that is not in the kit, and it has a trio that goes along with it. And then there are 2 bead strands. I believe these are the 2 that are matching that beautiful Twilight kit. So you can pick that up now. We are limited on supplies. We're getting more and more sold out on that, and we didn't make as many as we normally do. So make sure you get one soon if you want to join me with the kit. What else do we have going on? Let me see. Let's talk for a minute. So we had a great live sale that started yesterday. It runs through Thursday. And I mean, I have just been overwhelmed with how many beautiful things there are in the live sale. I pulled aside a bunch of things right on the spot as I was doing the sale. And then I went back and I watched some of it myself. I watched myself doing the live sale and I want more. So I posted some pictures of my favorite things today on Instagram and into our VIB group from part 1 and part 2, but I hope you guys will check it out. Part 1 is pinned at the top of our Softflix Company Facebook page. Both parts are featured in our Facebook group. But it is only on Facebook, unfortunately. YouTubers, I wish we could figure out a way to do a live sale on YouTube and keep the comments straight, but it's not as straightforward as it is on Facebook to keep everything in order. So you do have to be on Facebook to do the live sales, but you can also shop all of our beads and findings and things on our website, softflexcompany.com, if you just don't do Facebook, which I understand some of you don't. So we are going to be opening the Aloha design kit. I hope some of you have yours out and you will be opening it along with me. Marisol is asking, Are the kits and the craft wire still on sale? No. Our new sale just started. You spend a certain amount and you get a free bead strand with your order. And it's one of our new Peace and Love bead strands. So what is the minimum on that, Thomas? Because I don't think I caught it. It might be $55 or $59. I'm not quite sure. But look at this beautiful Peace and Love bead strand, just went up for sale today. You will get this free with purchase at a $55 order on our website, softluxcompany.com. You also get free shipping on orders over $65 in the US. So let's get to it. We've got a lot to cover, don't we? Let's see. Oh, Donna's already been making. I can't wait to see what you make. And she was our winner last month. That's awesome. I love hearing that. I see some of you have already placed your orders. Thank you so much, guys. We love how you're so supportive of our small business by getting a kit when you can. Okay, so we talked about this. This is the Midsummer Market Kit. This is coming up soon, so make sure you get the kit if you want to and bead along with me. Today, we're opening our Aloha design kit. And the way this works, if you've never done a mystery design kit before, it comes out a month before I reveal it. So the next month's kit is already out today. This is the Peace and Love design kit. This is the one that I'll open a month from now on the last Wednesday of July. Aloha went on sale a month ago, and so we only have a very few left in our shop at softluxcompany.com for you to purchase now. So our kits basically come with everything. They will have beads, they will have findings, they will have wire, crimps, everything you need, but just a select few tools that I will be using today. I will probably be using a pair of crimping pliers. You can use any crimping pliers you have on hand, and a pair of cutters. And then if you have something, you might need like a chain nose plier to open something or close something, but you can usually get by if you need to. So when you get the design kit, you buy your mystery kit on our website, softluxcompany.com. You make sure you join our Facebook group. And then we ask you, though, do not reveal the contents of the kit until after I have revealed the kit in the video. So you'll see right after this video, you'll start seeing our members in the group posting pictures of the designs that they made using this same kit that I'm opening today. And one of them will win the next kit, as we were just discussing with Donna. She was one of our last winners. And we'll do the same thing with the Midsummer Market Kit too. And you actually have a better chance of winning because there are fewer kits. So that will also have a challenge attached to it and a date that you have to complete your designs by and post them into the group to enter to win. Okay, so we have a rainbow of bead strands now as of today. We added these two beautiful Peace and Love strands today. This is the free strand until it sells out. And then I imagine if it sells out, we'll switch to the pink later this weekend. And then we also have two Aloha bead strands. Beautiful turquoise and yellow, which match the kit that I'm going to open today. And then we have two of the Twilight bead strands, and those will match the kit that I will be opening for Midsummer Market. So we've got a whole rainbow of bead strands to check out on the website. I hope you'll give them a good look. I loved how Jesse James Beads put the little peace sign, it's upside down, peace sign in the pink strand. We're really all about peace and love and acceptance this summer. That's kind of our company theme. So we did Love is Love, Aloha, just like that very loving, sweet, welcoming vibe. Here's our Aloha trio too. And now we're going into Peace and Love. And so this is going to have some really bright, fun colors in it. As you saw from the bead strands, they're always kind of a clue what you're going to find in the kit, but I think it's going to be really popular for a summer vibe that just, I don't know, we kind of want to break through what's happening in the world and bring a little peace and love to all of you guys. So I hope you'll grab one of those. Last but not least, we added new pop outs today. So if you've been into the ultimate paint, or you've been planning to get one of those rainbow bundles and haven't done it yet, now is the time. You can get all 3 of these and get 10% off, or you can get each one individually on our website now. And these are paintable pop out pieces, jewelry pieces, and you can personalize them and make them your own. I'm probably going to do a video with at least one of these this week. You can probably catch that on Instagram or TikTok, and I'll try to share it over, to Facebook and Pinterest as well. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. So I looked for some kind of Aloha vibes when I picked these 3. So they're going to work really well with your Aloha kit this month as you're designing with all the beads that came in the kit. So let's get to that kit. So I already popped it out of all of its wrapping. And there's quite a few interesting things in here. I will say this was a little bit more expensive of a kit, just as the Twilight is. The Twilight is $39.95. I think Aloha was like $35.95. So this kit, the Peace and Love, is back to $33.95, which is our regular kit price. So be prepared that this kit will be lighter than those 2 because it costs less. So just keep that in mind as you open it up when you get it home. So I know when I felt it, I was like, this is kind of light. But then I realized it's not as expensive. We put a lot of stuff in these other kits. So that is part of why it's a little lighter. Okay, so something you should know about this beautiful Aloha design kit. We will also be opening it with Jamie Yoshida from the Bead Gallery next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't ask me what time, Hawaii time. Jamie was so kind as to work with me to be able to put in real seashells from Hawaii into your kit. So everybody got a little mini mix of real seashells from Hawaii that you can work into your designs. They're so sweet. I hope you noticed them when you opened it and realized that they're really super special. And I love that she was able to do that. So thank you so much for that, Jamie. I feel like it made this kit feel extra special for me. And I think they're just really adorable. I can't wait to see which ones each of you got because they're all kind of unique. So along with this kit, I also had the idea of putting in one of those little glass vials, thinking maybe it would be kind of fun to play around with the idea of putting things that are really special, like our little seashells here, or whatever you want. What's special to you? Maybe it's a special rock that you've picked up. Maybe it's a note to yourself about intentions that you want to set. Maybe it is, some glitter or some cutout pieces of paper, in like some shapes, like some hearts or whatever it is that you want to put in there. I thought it would be fun to see what each of you might do with one of these little vials. And since the lid comes on and off, I then realized it might be handy for you to have a little bit of glue. And so we ordered these E6000 mini bottles. You can also find these individually for sale on our website now. And that was basically so that you could play around with this and maybe glue this shut. There's supposed to be a screw hook inside of your findings kit. I didn't end up with one on accident, but I think you can put a little glue and screw that into the top if you want to hang it. You could also use the wire to wrap around it to hang it from a necklace. Or you can just keep it with your special items right on your mantle or your desk. However you want to use it is good with me. We have a mix from Jesse James Beads in here. They do custom bead mixes for all of our kits, as well as the bead strands that I showed you earlier. Those are a separate purchase from the kit, but I'll bring it back in here in a second. I didn't see this mix until this morning when I was photographing it for the website. And I have to say, this is maybe one of my favorite bead mixes they've ever made for us. It's so pretty. It's got like these cute little starfish. It's got some little sweet seahorses. It's got little mermaid tails. I mean, so many good things. It's got a couple tassels in there. It's got the sparkle beads. And then it has just some like table cut beads as well, and a little bit of metal, some little hishis in there, and some bead caps, and then these beautiful big blue drops. What did you guys think of this mix when you opened up the kit? Were you super psyched about the mix? I think it's so cute. Oh, is it really hard to see in the dish? This might be the one time this dish doesn't work as well. Let me spread it out down here on the white background and we can kind of take a look at it a little bit better. Look at that. That little cute little mermaid tail. Some beautiful sparkle beads. So many good things in this mix. I was truly impressed. So you can only find this mix from softluxcompany.com. We always make some extras. So if you didn't get the kit and you just want the mix, you can grab that. If you want an extra mix, I see a lot of you guys doing that on the regular basis, getting that extra mix if you really like it. You can do that as well on our website. Look at these cute little peridot colored flowers. Aren't those adorable? It is a very fun kit. I agree. Yeah, what a nice mix that is. So you can get that mix. You can also get this full kit still available on the shop. We put in a whole strand of these very juicy orange fire polish, and then a very juicy green as well, kind of thinking about pineapple colors, I think was where we were going with that. I am in love with these turquoise table cut beads. I didn't remember those were in there, but as soon as I pulled them out, I was showing them to Thomas before the show even started. I was like, these are phenomenal. I just like the shape. I like the color. Everything about it is pretty good. And then we've got some beautiful check glass teardrops as well. We did the bottle with the shells. Of course, we had to include Softluxe beading wire because this is actually who we are. If you're not familiar, we are a beading wire manufacturer. And so at the core of our business, this is what we do, is we make really great beading and craft wire. This particular color is our turquoise in a Softluxe 019 medium diameter. This is one of my favorite colors by far, if not my favorite color. It's super pretty. It's fun to work with. I think you guys are going to really love playing with it this month. And it's 10 feet of Softluxe beading wire. So this alone is $8, on the website. So it's a really, really nice to get that full 10-foot spool in our kit. The Findings package has some 2x2mm Softflex crimp tubes, the best around. And then we also have some eye pins. We have some ear wires and a lobster clasp. And in your bag, there should be a screw hook, which I'm hopeful you can put into the top of that bottle and glue in place if you want to use it as a pendant on a necklace, or you want to hang it in a window, or however you want to use it. I didn't end up getting one of those. I have a whole pack of them at the office on my desk, and I just didn't realize I needed to grab it. I ended up getting my kit just a little bit too soon that I didn't get it in place. Marisol, you tell that husband you're busy. Marisol says, well, my husband is calling. Doesn't he know it's kit day? Karen is asking, is there a trio? There absolutely is a trio. Yeah. So you can get this now as of today. We did our beautiful turquoise, the very last of our peridot. We're very close to selling through all of our peridot, and then it's gone forever. And then, of course, our beautiful bone, which is one of my favorite colors to mix in with any of the other colors. Kristen says her husband always calls when she's doing a video too. And Marisol just sent him to voicemail. Good job, Marisol. That's the thing to do. Let's see. Oh, good. Rosanna's saying you can screw it in, and I actually did so in my unboxing. So Rosanna unboxes our kit on her YouTube channel, and she will drop a link so you can watch that. It usually goes live shortly after my video is done, and you can go take a look at that. That's awesome. Thank you, Rosanna. I love hearing that. And then we've got... Thank you for doing that, Thomas. We've got one little extra package of some extra special pieces here. We've got a few of the check glass seashells in a white and gold, which are so cute. I wonder if those would fit in here if you wanted to just do those little glass seashells in there. Are super cute. I love that. That looks so cute. I'm going to put those in there if you want. These are made by the same folks that make our teeny tinies, but that's a full-size ceramic pendant. So we gave you a sweet little mermaid and then a little tiki guy. So those will be fun to see how you guys end up using those in your designs. And those are just special for the kit. We do not carry these on our website. They were only purchased for this kit. You might find some extras maybe in the live sale if I over purchased. Sometimes that happens. Oh, Marisol says we can crochet Softflex beading wire, right? I think you can, Marisol. I don't think it's going to behave the same way as a cord or a yarn would. It will behave like a beading wire. So it will turn out a little bit different in that the wire sort of wants to pull out. And so the loops will maintain kind of a shape. But yes, you can crochet. You can knot Softflex beading wire. In fact, I'll show you real fast. You can knot it. You can crimp it. You can kumihimo with it. You can, what can't you do with it? It's probably an easier. You can knit with it. All sorts of stuff. So this is an 8 knot, which is the one that we typically show, but you can knot Softflex in lots and lots of different ways. Kristen has tons of macrame videos showing different types of knots using Softflex beading wire. But if you're just knotting and you just want like a straight strand, an 8 knot is a good way to go. You go over and up and in. And it creates kind of an 8 shape. And then you want to tug it down with your hands to really cinch down the nylon coating of the knot. And what's great about this is before soft flex, when you had just tiger tail, if you just kinked it, it would snap and break where it was kinked. But with soft flex, because it's so flexible, it's so strong, you can actually physically knot it and it will not lose any strength where it's knotted than it will anywhere else in the wire. So it will not snap at that knot any sooner, which is one of the great things about soft flex beading wire for sure. Now, when you're attaching something, I do suggest crimping. I think it's a cleaner, nicer way to attach, in my personal opinion. But, you know, knotting is definitely an option as well. And as is, like I said, crocheting, knitting, all those things are possible. It's going to behave a little bit different than your thread or cord. So just be prepared to experiment, you know, and see what works for you. Okay, so I think I am going to make a bracelet today. I make a lot of necklaces for these design kits, and I've been thinking a lot about it. I want to play with this, but I think I'm going to do that on a separate video. Oh, I'm just loving those gold pieces in there and the little true Hawaiian shells at the bottom. Maybe I'll use this next week with Jamie, when Jamie and I are designing together for the live beading party. I think that's what I might do. And then I can think about what else I might want to put in there. You know what else would be kind of cute is maybe some of like these little starfish pieces. Add some of those in there. I don't know. Maybe one of these little turtles. I mean, there's enough space to put quite a bit of different little things in there if you want to. And you can use things from the kit, or you can use things from your own collection. And that's true of all the jewelry that you post. As long as we can see some of the elements from the kit in the designs that you're posting, that will count towards an entry to win the next kit. But we don't require that you don't use anything outside of the kit. So if you want to add special things in there from your own special vacation, or I don't know, a park near your house that you love, or whatever it happens to be. I loved the idea. Kristen came up with the idea of the note, like a little love note in there. Maybe it's a love note to yourself. Maybe it's a list of things that you want to accomplish, that you stick in there and kind of keep. I've also been wondering about if you can paint on it with the ultimate paint. It doesn't say if it adheres to glass or not. So that's another test I was going to kind of do, or maybe Kristen will end up doing with the bottle. So I'm excited to see what you end up putting together with the bottles, especially. Let's see, in Rose's garden, Rosanna says adding sand would be fun. Rosanna, I tried to get sand from Hawaii and everybody thought I was crazy. But I guess you can't buy sand from Hawaii is what I learned. So I ended up with some seashells, but I really wanted some I really wanted to send you guys all some sand. But you know, some things don't end up working out. I am using these for sure because I've just been in love with them ever since I unwrapped this kit. I'm going to take those off now and just know that that's happening. What did you, if you've already designed with this kit, what did you reach for first? What were you excited about doing like I am with this bead strand? Was there something in here that you were like, I just have to use this thing first? Oh, Carrie says she added pink sand that she had from Bermuda. I love that. Elaine says, I love this box. Can't wait to post what I made. I look forward to seeing what you made. I know. Yeah, Karen, a message in the bottle. That's what Kristen was saying when she had told me that idea. It's such a cute cute idea. Oh, it looks like Elaine picked these beads first too. And Kristen said, oh, pink salt may look like pink sand. Oh, that's true. Oh, man. I love seeing what you guys have to say about these kits. It's so fun. Okay, so I also really love the juiciness of this orange. So for summer and for Hawaii, we were kind of looking at those like old-fashioned Hawaii postcards, I think, when we designed this kit. And these colors are definitely giving me that vibe, which I love. I wonder about these, and leave that in there. Maybe this right in the middle would be kind of fun. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Am I on screen? Sometimes I get going and then I'm like, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. So this is how I bead for those who have never watched before. I don't typically use a bead board. I just sort of mess around with the beads. And then I'll string it and kind of get it to the right size. This would be adorable as a little charm to hang off the end for sure. And yeah, I liked these little pieces too. They almost match. They're just like a little bit off from each other. Those will be cute to use in something else. Oh, this little flower is cute. There's a few of them in there. And then I'm totally in love with this turtle too. Did you guys see this little white turtle in the mix? It's so cute. Let me see if I can work those in there. Let's start stringing and then we can decide if we need to add more. I could do this and this if I need more on the ends. And I might add a little bit of the hishi in here. I'm going to work from the middle out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of soft flex. You can just string right onto the spool if you prefer. I do that a lot too. But in this case, since I'm not sure exactly what it's going to look like or how much I need, I'm just going to string right to the center and go from there. Yes, Jessica's asking if there are more mixes available on the site. There are. They went up today. We have a very limited supply of what's left, though. There's also more kits. So if you wanted to get another kit, full-size kit, or you haven't gotten one yet, you can do that as well. Rosanna says that she has some of the resin turtles in larger sizes, but those were the first tiny ones that she's seen. Oh, aren't they so sweet? I feel like Jessie James Beads just did a really nice job, as they almost always do, with the mix. So I'm going to kind of look at this and design-wise and think about, is it okay that it fits like this? I think it is. I don't mind the wire showing, but it is good to take a minute and just kind of look at it, think about it. I'm wondering about this color, if I'm going to like it once I get it all strung. I think I probably will, but I don't know yet. So we're going to string a few more beads so that I can get a better idea of what it looks like. Even just having it laid out flat on the table never quite looks the same as when you have it strung and you're going to be wearing it. It's always a little bit different. So I have been to Hawaii 3 times, I think, and every time for work, never for pleasure. But I have been able to island hop from the main spot, Waikiki, which is where our beach show was years ago, to Maui. So I got to go from Oahu to Maui and spend time there as well. And it's just such a magical place. How many of you guys have gotten to visit Hawaii? My husband's grandmother was born there, and he's way into family ancestry. So I have been trying to talk him in into a trip to Hawaii. One of these days, it's going to happen. Um, you can see I made a choice there on my starfish. I decided I wanted the flower to sit on this side and this bead that would kind of slide inside of the two starfish legs to be on the outside. So one of these days, we're going to have to get over there. It's pretty affordable here from the Bay Area. It's not quite so difficult, but it'll probably be a while before we do a big trip. We're still kind of hunkered down till all of us are vaccinated and ready to go. I know. Kristen says so many good deals from your area. I know. We got to go one of these days. Oh, Bonnie's in Hawaii and she wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I don't blame you. Oh, Elaine says her husband proposed in Kauai. I love this. Sheila says I was able to go to Oahu and the Big Island. Stephanie's been twice. And Rosanna's been to Maui, Oahu, and the Big Island. And she got her turtle tattoo in Maui in Lahaina. Maui is really special. It's so pretty. Really, really pretty. I would love love to take my family there. Oh, and Robin did 15 days in Oahu. Awesome, you guys. That's so great. Yeah, I always love to watch Miss Jamie Yoshida, and I like to watch Christy Friesen. They're both in Hawaii, and they're always bringing the Hawaiian vibes when you watch one of their lives. I'm really excited Jamie gets to be with us next Wednesday. What a treat. She is probably going to design on the spot, I'm going to guess, because that's just kind of how Jamie rolls. So I will be pretty interested in seeing what she ends up making. Let's see. And this is what happens when you've been making jewelry for nearly 30 years. You know your wrist size. It's not too tricky. Gosh, I'm just loving the orange with the turquoise and the starfish repetition. I think this is turning out really good. Okay, so next up, I'm going to attach my lobster claw. We make these kits so that anybody can do this. This is a jumping off point for some people in just learning how to make jewelry. It's also great for inspiration if you're just kind of stuck in a rut or you just like monthly inspiration, you know, a different color palette, different shapes of things that you may not pick yourself. These kits are pretty fantastic for that. They kind of get you going. But even, you know, the most beginner of beginners can make a bracelet like I'm making today. And that is what is, like, I think truly fantastic about these kits is it's a great way to get started because we love to see more and more of you out there beading. So I'm going to attach my clasp to my bracelet. This is a lobster clasp. It opens with a little lever on the back side. And I attach it by getting my 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, stringing it onto my wire, and then just chasing back in. Oh, actually, let's string that lobster clasp first. And then stringing through the little link there, and then chase back in and just pull that up close. You don't want it so tight that this can't move around. Leave a nice sized loop there. And you're going to grab your magical crimpers or regular crimpers, whichever you have on hand, but a crimping plier of some kind that works with a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. You're going to center that crimp tube right in the middle of your magical crimpers. So there's like a little dome inside of there. It fits right inside of there. And then compress. The first time you compress is ravioli time, which is a famous moment around here. It's when everybody whoops and hollers and gets excited. And then you turn it sideways and you squeeze in the four corners of the ravioli and just go around and around. So this is one way to crimp. You can also use regular crimping pliers. I think there's Omtera pliers. There's quite a few different options out there. But I like these because it takes that tube and makes a really nice solid connection, but also creates a little round ball that just looks like a little bead. And I think that looks real nice. So I use these quite a bit. And then you just slide in your cutter. And you do want to use cutters with soft flex. Scissors are going to be real tricky. A pair of cutters is nice because it can slide in real close. And then this is actually stainless steel beading wire. And so it can be very rough on any cutting tool. So it's nice to have a nice pair of cutters to use with it. And then next, I'm going to come to the other side. And what I'm thinking is I might put that starfish in a separate section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to string my crimp tube. I'm going to string my starfish, or this isn't a starfish, it's a seahorse. I'm going to string my seahorse. I'm going to string another crimp tube. I'm going to loop back into one of the crimp tubes. This is the loop that I'm going to be connecting to my lobster clasp. And in fact, I can just go ahead and connect it and bring it down. So it's not a huge loop, but easy enough that it'll be okay for me to connect it without a lot of problems. I'm going to separate out those crimp tubes just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to bring my wire through my second crimp tube. So it looks like so. It gives me a chance to hang something off of my my design, but it'll also give me space so that my clasp isn't kind of knocking into it. It's not causing me any issues. It's sort of a separate detail. I want to look at this and make sure it all looks good. A lot of times I'll test it, make sure it's still the right size, that I feel good about the size. I'm okay with it this time, but I do suggest always testing around your wrist or measuring it if you're making it for someone before you crimp, because once you crimp, you can't go back. So make sure it's just how you want it. Also make sure there's enough room that the beads can easily move around. You never want to crimp a bracelet straight because it will be usually too tight. You want to crimp it in a circle like this so that there's built-in breathing room for the beads to slide back and forth and for it to be very flexible and feel nice. And then I'm just going to come in and I'm going to crimp. And if you want, you can do ravioli. You can do double ravioli time. 2 raviolis and then come in the opposite direction. And you just want to kind of slide your seahorse out of the way. And remember to go around each one quite a few times, just in a circular fashion. And that's just kind of sealing that round shape, making it into a nice little ball. And really what you're doing is you're pressing the edge of the crimp tube down into the nylon coating of the wire so that you get a really nice strong connection. All right. And there we go. I'm just going to trim. And now I've got a sweet little Aloha bracelet. And you just take it on and off here. You've got your little built-in jump ring there and charm. Sweet. I can't wait to see what all of you guys end up making with this kit. I know you're going to make really fantastic stuff. Before I get going, I think I might make a pair of earrings as well. These mermaid tails are kind of calling my name. So maybe like a little mermaid earring action would be fun. Aren't those cute? Those little mermaid tails the cutest? Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to take another piece of soft wax. I like a set of jewelry. I have a hard time stopping with just one thing because if I'm going to wear it, I need earrings and a bracelet and a necklace. I need the whole shabam, right? Okay. I think I'll probably just go right through that mermaid tail and back into my crimp and crimp this down. And again, you want to keep that big enough that that mermaid tail is going to sit on there really nicely. It's not going to want to do this kind of nonsense, you know, where it comes up. And so you want to find the right distance where it's going to sit there, connect really well. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go for that. Maybe just a little more space. Let's see. Go. All right. Now I have my wires side by side. That'll give me a nice straight connection. And especially in an earring, kind of want to pay attention to that. Ravioli time, fourth time we're doing ravioli time. So if you do happen to be having a drink of some sort, like on What Happens Live or whatever Andy Cohen show is, you're going to be very aloha at the end of this. So I've attached. I'm just going to trim off. And then I can string my beads. I'm going to put one of these little hishis in and see how that looks. Wonder if I'll see it. I think I will. Oh yeah, that's so cute. They just add like that little drop of metal. That's so cute. Loving those. Loving them. Let me grab another crimp. Oh. Donna says she kept the mermaid tails. She loves mermaids. They're so good. Miroslav, you better go out on your dinner date. He's just trying to be kind. Oh, Jessica will take a sip of her iced coffee. I like that. Kristen says hers was calling about free baseball tickets last week. And you were like, so what? Oh, husbands. They are funny. Okay, so I want my mermaid tail to point out. So I'm going to try to straighten my wires to the best of my ability. But I also want to kind of pull down, straighten out. I like to hold it the way I want it to hang. I often find that kind of helps too, so that I'm crimping the pieces in the right direction. But you can also kind of play around with it once you get it crimped. If you really wanted to hang a certain direction, you can kind of twist on it to get it there. Yeah, that's pretty good. And oh, it's already open. Slide that on there. And there we go. We've got a really sweet, cute little pair of earrings. I will work on these on the second one and post a picture of it with my bracelet after this live show. Definitely follow our Instagram and follow us in all of the places. Let me get that list back up here. These are all of the places that we hang out. We hang out on Facebook. We hang out on YouTube, of course, with the live videos that we do. But you can also find unique content on Instagram. You can find unique content on Pinterest. And in fact, all of our content goes into our Pinterest account. It's a great way to bookmark the projects that you want to make in the future. Or just even to make a board. You know, if you're doing the Aloha design kit, maybe you make an Aloha design board for inspiration. It's definitely something I've been thinking about doing. For us is to start doing a themed board every month to inspire everybody, but you can do that on your own as well. You can also pin products, like if you really like a trio of ours and you like that color palette, you know, you can pin the trio and then pin other things around it. Maybe a pendant from Allegory Gallery or some beads from beadshop.com that you would like to see with that trio, and make yourself like a little cool little Pinterest board for that. So just some ideas. And then also you can find us on Twitter. Mostly it's just our email updates on Twitter. We have an e-newsletter list that's pretty fantastic. Kristen does an email on the regular to keep everybody in the know of what's going on at softflexcompany.com. And we always have a lot going on. And then you can find me at Midsummer Market coming up July 23rd. The event kit is available now. So grab that Midsummer Market TGBE kit. You can also get the Peace and Love kit. And then we have a few of our pool party supply kits left over. So if you missed pool party and you want to check that out, you can do that as well on our website. And I think Jesse James Beads has some of the bead kits left too, if I understood correctly. So that is an option. Let me see if there's any other comments to attend to here. Donna says that she forgot we're on Pinterest. Yeah, we do a ton on Pinterest. I've started doing some idea pins, which will be sort of a roundup of our major design that I did for the week. But I think having a Pinterest board for each kit maybe is something I'll start this month with, maybe with the Aloha. I'll go start a pin board and make it hopefully accessible where you guys can pin to it too, but I'll have to look into it and see exactly how it works. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Kim. Kim says that it was a great demo. Thanks for joining us, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. We really appreciate having you guys here and all of your support. Don't forget the live sale happening now. It's pinned at the top of the Softflex Company Facebook page. There's 2 parts, so look for part 2 as well down the timeline. Both of them are featured in our VIB featured section, so that's a good way to find it. Oh yeah, a pearl one would be great. The trendsetter, a trendsetter board could be very cool, Kristen. I love that idea. Yeah, we do a new trend with the Great Bead Extravaganza each month. As a group, we collectively decide together what we think is one of the hottest things happening at that moment. And then we all post content surrounding it. So right now it's pearls for June in the Great Bead Extravaganza. And if you go into the albums, you'll see an album for pearls. And then if you click on each image in that album and look through the comments, you'll see projects using pearls from us as presenters, but also all of you can post your images into there and show us what you're making with pearls. Or the month before, it was base metal. So it was like Terracast and Green Girl Studios and Vintage, all of those base metal manufacturers, and then the base metal that comes from Bali and Thailand and whatnot as well. And the month before that was check glass, and you can go back in the albums and see what people had posted for each trend as well. But doing it on Pinterest, getting back to the point, makes a lot of sense too. We should definitely have an album for each of those trends. I think that could be really fun. And hopefully we can make it accessible so you can pin to it and we can pin to it and we can all enjoy it together. But definitely go follow us on Pinterest, because I think you'll love seeing what we're doing there. And we're getting more and more active. Even though we have an extremely active community there already, we've mostly just been posting stuff there, but we're getting a little bit more active. So you'll see more interesting things that you'll only find there if you follow us on Pinterest as well. All right, so good to see all of you. I hope that you enjoy this Aloha design kit. I'll see you again next Wednesday with Jamie Yoshida, and I know she's going to bring her Hawaii magic to this kit. It's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to see what she ends up making. And I loaded all of our events up on our Softflix Company event board. So we have quite a few live beading parties coming up, one with Jamie. Then we have Cassandra Spicer. We have Danielle Wicks coming back. I'm working on possibly one with Abby Berta. So we've got a big schedule in July, in addition to Midsummer Market. So I think that's all for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy designing with this kit, and definitely try to embrace that Aloha spirit. Embrace love and peace. That's kind of like we're going for the summer of love and peace around here. And just like I always say, just try to be kind out there. There's a lot of people going through a lot of different things still, whether it be, the after effects of COVID, or dealing with loved ones that are in places that are unsafe, or whatever it happens to be. Nasty politics, all sorts of stuff. So just spread a little kindness, get your groovy vibes going. Exactly. And keep on beading. Bead with us, because, that's, I think, such a nice cure for some of the madness that we see out there. All right. I love all of you. I will see you soon. And don't forget to grab all those goodies on our website, which is softflexcompany.com.